Michael and Bob will make each an opening statement here, and then we'll obviously take your questions. But Michael's return back to Mesa. And so we get going with the arena questions here. So without further ado, when you ask questions, if you don't mind raising your hand, we'll pass around a microphone and capture your question for the video as well. So Michael, go ahead.
I mean, I'd like just to open up by saying that the last couple months have probably been the hardest couple months that I've ever had to go through in my entire life. You know, just sort of being able to find out a lot about myself, and to be able to continue to learn more and more about myself to help me go on this journey. You know, I take full responsibility for all of my actions, and you know, for me, I know I've hurt a lot of people, and it's yeah, I've hurt a lot of people, and it's been terrible. You know, for me, being able to move forward and being able to be back in the pool is something that I'm very excited about. This is something that Bob and I have been looking forward to. You know, being back in Mesa and being racing again is something that I love, and something that I've, you know, the training has been going better than it has been really for a long time. So I'm excited to be back here in Mesa. And I think as a lot of you have heard, there's been a lot of talk about world championships, and I would like just to touch on it here before we get into everything. You know, it's obviously, you know, very challenging and hard for me to not be able to participate at the World Championships, and you know, I do accept the decision that USA Swimming made back early in the fall. You know, but by no means do I want this to be a distraction from the team. You know, I know how hard it is to qualify for the team, and I know how much hard work goes into the team. And for me, by no way would I ever want to displace a member of that team. For me, I will be in full support of everything they do over there, and I wish them all the luck in Kazan. You know, Bob and I will be cheering overseas for them, and you know, Bob and I have prepared, and we will continue to prepare for Summer Nationals. That was our plan for the whole time, and that's something I'm looking forward to. You know, also I think, you know, for me, my goal the whole entire time was to change the sport of swimming and change really every aspect from it. And you know, for me, being able to have that opportunity this week, and you know, over the past couple months, being able to work with Aquasphere and being able to start and launch our MP line this week is something that Bob and I are very excited about. You know, being able to work with Aquasphere and the design team over the last couple months to be able to come up with a product that I absolutely am in love with. You know, the suit is comfortable. It's you know, it has the right compression in the right areas, and you know, for me, it allows my body to have a natural movement, and I guess it is fast too, and I guess that's one of the biggest parts about it. That's awesome. But you know, this is a week that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and you know, obviously for me, being able to accomplish one of my lifetime goals and dreams, or continue, I guess, to accomplish my lifetime goals and dreams of changing the sport and being able to have my own line is something that I'm very excited about and very passionate about. And, looking forward to being able to compete in that this weekend. The men's suit will be out for pre-order this week, and then the female suit will be out in that for in the summer. But also, I guess I'd like to close and just say it's exciting to be back here in Mesa. You know, I know last year was my first sort of real comeback meet for my comeback trail, and you know, it was a great meet last year. I only swam the 100 and the 50, and I have a couple more events while I'm here. But the community is amazing here, and it's loud, and the excitement level is amazing. So I look forward to that this week, and yeah, I guess that's all for me.
I would just sort of echo what Michael said, that, we're very happy to be here. And we're happy to be in a place where he's not only swimming well, but living well and feeling good about things and making good decisions about what we're going to do next. And, we have a good plan in place to get us ready for next summer. And we're looking forward to go to the Nationals and see how that shakes out as well. I'd also like to, echo his thoughts that we are in 100% support of our World Championship team and wish them all the best. And, it is disappointing that we can't be there, but we understand the situation and we're anxious to move on. That's it for me.
I'd just like to say, hopefully I look forward to rejoining my teammates next summer. I guess leading into Rio, that's something that
It's the first time.
Something that I love is being a part of the national team and especially traveling overseas. So I look forward to hopefully having that opportunity next year.
So does that mean you're definitely going to try to go to Rio?
How did I know? That's the first question. It's gonna happen. Oh, you guys heard it here first. Yeah, it's a big surprise.
So, what's Mesa mean to you? You always seem to make a big splash every time you come here, particularly this time and the last time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Only been here twice.
I guess it's just how it works, right? Last year was obviously, sort of my first time off of coming back, and I guess this is again my first meet coming back off of a suspension. So I don't know. It's like Bob and I have always talked about. This has always been. It's I guess over the last 2 years, it's been an exciting time, and for me, it's coming into a meet here. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Part of me does feel like when I'm training, I do feel like I was back in high school and even, leading up before 2008 Olympics, just how I feel in the water. I'm happy at workout. I'm smiling. I actually come to every workout, which is a surprise. So it's a change from last year, so it's, and it's because I want to be there. It's because it's like, going into 2012, I'd be the first one to say that, and I'd say it 100 times, that I probably didn't fully prepare how I should have been. And, I think this is probably actually 1,000% that was how it was. But, I truly am excited, and I truly am in a better place, in a better state of mind, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. Just absolutely in every which way, and I think that's just why I'm how I am in the water. It's just I'm excited to see actually how I swim here, and it's something that's going to be pretty cool to be able to actually race for the first time since Pan Pacs. And like we said, like I said, Mesa is. Last year it was crowded as could be in here. It was packed. People were loud. It was exciting. I guess I heard the tickets sold out just as fast this year as they did last year. So, it's always good to have the support that we've had down here. Like I said, it's my second time here, and we've had amazing support already. So
I think it's a really good facility. It's a very well-run meet. It's a chance for us to come and actually be under this really bright thing out here that we haven't seen in like 6 months. Average temperature in Baltimore is like 25 degrees all winter. So it's really nice for us to kind of start off our summer season here.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Michael. You said in December, and you said again today, that through this whole experience, you feel like you learned a lot about yourself. What did you learn?
To be honest, I am who I am, and I guess I've said this a lot really over the last couple months. I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm a human being, and quite frankly, it's like if I have all this energy and I'm annoying and you don't like that, well, too bad. That's who I am, and I'm okay with that. I like myself for who I am, and I accept that. And you know, I might be annoying at times, I might be funny at times, but that's just who I am. I don't know. I guess it's like, you know, in workout I feel like a kid again. I really do. You know, I probably can be sort of a pain in Bob's rear end sometimes because I don't shut up, or you know, I just constantly am talking. And, like, maybe that's my ADD as a kid that's really just firing back up again. You know, I don't know what it is, but it's just.
Well, the difference in your training is you're engaged in it. Like when you show up, things happen. Number one, you show up, and number two, things are happening when you're showing up.
I think, you know, it's.
Be my assessment.
but I think that's how I am with everything now in
Right,
my life.
baby, everything.
You know, it's you know, I'm engaged in you know, whether it's workouts, whether it's building the suit, building these products that we've been working on. You know,
You're engaged. Well, you're engaged.
I am engaged. Yes,
that was
correct.
pretty good stuff.
Actually, another thing, yeah. But it's just everything. Like, I'm just in tune, and it's, you know, I'm aware of everything that's going on, and I'm excited about the things that I'm doing, and you know, I like Bob said, just to reiterate, I'm fully engaged in everything that I have, and these are the things that I want to be doing. You know, and if I didn't, I think you would see part of what I was, you know, going to 2012. You know, it's, from a swimming side, I wouldn't be coming to work out. I wouldn't care about it. And I think that's a huge difference between me now and between me now then. Between then.
Michael, how much support did you get from your fans? Obviously, you're a role model to a lot of people out there. How much support did you get, and how important was that for you as you were going through this process?
You know, it's actually, the other day, Bob took me into his office and he gave me these little letters that were from a local elementary school in Baltimore. And I flew down yesterday and I read through a bunch of them. And these are elementary school kids, and I mean, it's like almost I was in tears reading this stuff.
These are the kids, the teacher who sent it to me anonymously and said, maybe I wanted to save some things. The kids wrote these in October when they were doing I don't know if it's a lesson or they were talking about perseverance. And the kids all wrote these letters to Michael at that time. He said, well, I purposely saved them because he felt like, you know, sometimes after you're kind of back in your normal routine, you might need a little lift sometimes. So I got them like last week and just gave it to him.
I mean, I just read them yesterday.
It was amazing.
It really was. It was wild just hearing the stories that they were going through as kids, you know, as elementary school kids, and you know, just how they go through hard times and how they keep their head up, and you know, I think that the biggest thing is just having the support from all over the world and from your friends and your family especially. You know, I think this is the time where I've probably never been as close to my family as I am now, and the people who really love me for actually who I am. And I think that's the most important thing that you know, I guess a lot in the past I've pushed away a lot of people who really have loved and care about me at times, and I think just being able to be where I am now today, they're closer than they ever have been, and I'm happier than I ever have been. So,
Michael, what exactly was it that brought upon this change of mindset? Was it the DUI suspension, the 2012 games?
I honestly don't know the answer to that question, to be honest. I mean, I did more growing up in the last probably 8 months than I ever have in my life, just in a lot of different levels, I think, and that could be from any instant or anything that I've gone through. You know, like I said, it's been some of the most challenging times of my life. Brutal, but you know, it's life, and you know, I have been able to come out on a better end and have a clearer head, and I mean, I don't think I've ever been like this once in my life.
Michael, for people who will hear you say these things today and be skeptical and say, well, why should we believe Michael this time that he's in a great place? A, do you care? And B, what makes this time different?
You can, everyone has the right to believe whatever they want. I mean, to me, I know exactly how I am now and exactly how I feel now and exactly how I wake up every day and I go through my everyday life. If somebody doesn't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth, that's not my choice. And I know the only person that I can control in any situation is myself. I of course would like to show everybody in the world that I am in a different place and I am much better than I ever have been. I understand that that's going to take a lot of time for me to be able to prove to whoever I need to prove to that I am different and I am changed. And this week will be the first week that I can start that. And hopefully people can really see me for who I am and they can accept that. And if they can't, they can't.
Mike Lewis, Swim Swam. Welcome back. And it sounds like, acceptance is a really big part of where your head's at. You talked about accepting where you are, who you are, how you are, and all that kind of stuff. 2 questions. How is this affecting the way you're looking at swimming? Are you looking at it any differently? And 2, how did you take this into this fun endeavor of starting a new product line?
I'm looking at swimming a lot better, I think, now than I ever have. I guess in the most recent little go at, and going to 2012, and I do take day by day, and like when Bob says, like I do come in with a purpose, I do, because there are goals that we are working towards and things that we do want to achieve over the next 2 years and year and a half, and it's like those the goals that I have are very lofty. Don't waste your time on asking what they are, because obviously you all know me from a long time. You're not going to find out what they are, but they are going to be very challenging. And I come into work with a purpose every day, and it's been a while since I've done that. So I think that's something that excites me even more, because it's just kind of cool coming in swimming fast every day. I really can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. And being able to get to some of the times that I was doing back when I was in 2007, 2008, for workout wise. So it's like I certainly haven't swam this fast within the last quad. No shot. So it's exciting for me because it's something that I haven't seen in a long time. So the fire and the passion, the excitement is coming back for me in the water. And for being able to start my own product line, for me, as you all know, as a 15-year-old kid, I wanted to change the sport of swimming. And I'll never forget sitting down with my agent when I first met him, when he asked he said, "What can I do for you?" And that's exactly what I said when I was a 15-year-old kid, that I wanted to change the sport of swimming. And I feel like the sport has come a long way, a very long way since 2000, since the very first time that I was on the national team. And for me, Michael Jordan was somebody who I always looked up to, and watching him, what he did on and off the court, on and off the basketball court, that's what basketball is today. He changed it. And it's kind of wild, to be able to have the opportunity to come together with Aquasphere and to be able to have input, and to be able to build a suit, to be able to build products that are going to help swimmers from all different age brackets, from learn to swim all the way up to competitive swimming line. For me, the other day I said it, I guess I compared it to like a kid in a candy store. Imagine like you're this 10-year-old kid and you're in this candy store, and I was like, and I was talking to Shannon on the phone the other day about it, and it was so funny because I was like, I was saying all of my favorite candies. So I was like, imagine you can have all the Starburst and all the Skittles and Sour Patch Kids and Twizzlers you wanted, and you didn't have to pay for anything. I was like, like you were so excited. You're like a kid. Oh my God, this is awesome. And that's exactly how I feel. One, because I'm engaged, I'm passionate about it, and it's a dream come true. I've never been able to have as much input in products as I have today. And Bob and I and the design team, just with every single aspect of it, it's been absolutely incredible, and we're only going to get better from here. So that's where I am. I'm a kid in the candy store. I could talk to you about that for hours on this. It's just really cool for me. The suits, the products, everything. It's cool.
Michael, Katie Ledecky was in here earlier. She said she got an autograph from you when she was 6 at Nationals. What do you think of what she's doing and maybe the impact that you've had on that age group? She's 18 now. And then also, can you comment just on your fiance and how much importance she's had in where you're at right now?
Katie, watching Katie doing what she has been doing over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, I guess. It's been wild to watch her sort of grow up into the swimmer that she is now. Watching her break the records, like she's broken some records. Like watching her swim last summer, it brought back so many memories when I was her age doing the same thing. And it was awesome. It was cool to watch, and I couldn't have been happier for her. I've watched her and work out and watch how hard she works. She deserves it, and it's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that I gave her an autograph when she was 6. I guess I have been swimming for that long. I am the old man in the sport now. It's things like that if you're doing something to make little kids excited and to make them have goals and dreams that are so big and beyond that any other kid would ever dream about, that's the sport changing. As a 6-year-old, she was excited to get my autograph, and we share now. We're in the national team together, and she's breaking world records. That's awesome that she's been able to to grow into the swimmer that she is, and hopefully there are other swimmers out there in the world that are still doing or can hopefully do that one day. And I think that's just a difference in how people are excited about this sport, and I would love to see it continue to not only grow but change. And as in my fiance, her and I have been on and off for 8 years now, going on 8 years. It's been a long time. Been through a lot. But I love her to death, and we've been able to grow together as a couple, through everything that we've been through, and through a lot of the positive changes that I've been able to make in my life. We've been able to make them together, and we've been able to grow stronger as a couple, and I think that's, we're at a completely different level than we've ever been in our past relationships, and it's just, I don't know, it seems like we've done a lot of things to the house. We've changed the house up, so it's like, I'm getting to that stage in my life. But it is exciting, and I'm looking forward to having her, having her here this week, and having some family and friends here this week to cheer me on.